Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Epsilon. Thanks for tuning in, and today we are talking about 7 One Piece characters that should have died but didn't. And these are not your typical examples like Pell, for example, that we've been talking about on this channel. Bakaya, who took Enemy's lightning attack and still survived. Usopp, who took death blow to the head. We're familiar with One Piece characters surviving the most insane death blows and still making it out alive. So these are not just your typical examples. These examples I handpicked myself because I feel like they stand out from the rest. They actually don't make sense at all. This is a One Piece channel, people. We've got a lot of crazy good content coming up. Y'all should definitely tune in. But before we proceed with the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. By the end of this year, 1,000 subscribers, we can do it. Let's go. What? Oh, these? these. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to. Don't flatter me. You're flattering me. Stop. That was a Chopper reference. If you didn't get it, you suck. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to like customize the wall. We got this, but with time, we're gonna spice up this wall. Don't worry about it. I got y'all. Also, I just wanted to mention that I am not hating on One Piece whatsoever. I'm not hating on Oda. One Piece is my favorite anime. I just love talking about things like this with people that have the same interests as me. It's not that deep. We're not hating on One Piece. We're just having intellectual conversations, okay, between fans. You know what I'm saying? So first, we've got Pound. Who is Pound? Let me remind you, Pound was the 25th husband of Big Mom. He basically went in there, bam, made some kids with Big Mom, and she was like, leave. I was like, oh no, why are you doing this to me? I thought we were gonna be a family. Oh no. It was so sad for Pound. So this whole arc, he's basically trying to reunite with his daughters, specifically Chiffon. So there was a scene where Chiffon is on a ship with Gang Veggie and his crew, and they transporting Big Mom's cake. So then Oven tries to intervene. He has the heat fruit. He starts to hit up the sea, and you can see fish dying and all that stuff. So the whole plan is to sink the ship. Pound sees this happening, and he's not gonna let this happen because he's Chiffon's father and he wants to protect her. So what he does, he kind of hit Oven in the head. It did no damage whatsoever. That was one of the most aura loss moments in One Piece ever, bro. It was so crazy. He did try to do something. I respect him for it. But then you know what happened afterwards? Obviously, Oven turned around like, yo, bro, Nani? What you think this is, bro? What you think this is? And then next thing we see, Oven stabs him with this weapon and we see the blood and everything. So in our minds, Pound is dead because it was so emotionally impactful. It would have been okay for Pound to die at that moment, saving his daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be dead. So basically, Pound resurfaced in a cover story and he's seen on a Todd ship, which is insane. Secondly, we have the scene where Igaram supposedly died, but he didn't, right? So basically what happened is the Straw Hats were supposed to escort Vivi to Alabasta Kingdom, and then Igaram was supposed to take a decoy ship to lure his pursuers away from the Straw Hats who are transporting and escorting Vivi to Alabasta Kingdom, right? So he hops on the ship, he sails off with this really nice and happy scene, emotional moment, very beautiful directing right there, I'm not gonna lie. And then you know what happens? His ship just gets blown to pieces. Like, I'm talking about a really, really big explosion. Everybody's shocked and scared. Like, what the hell just happened to Igaram? Is he dead, bro? Later on, like, I'm talking about a lot of episodes later on, we learned that he did not die from that explosion. Look at this explosion. Bro, look at this explosion. You're telling me this dude is still alive? What do you mean he's still alive, bro? that is crazy. Some people say that it's because Nigga Robin, who blew up the ship, who didn't want to kill Igaram because she was secretly working against Crocodile and needed Igaram to get to Alabasta Kingdom to facilitate the fight against Crocodile or something. Anyways, third person, we got Bon Clay from Impel Down. I'm sure we all remember this emotional scene where Bon Clay decided to sacrifice himself, you know, to allow the Straw Hats to leave Impel Down. He basically impersonated Magellan so that he can tell the staff to open the prison gates, right? And they did, so the Straw Hats could escape. But then when Magellan got back to the office, he realized that, yo, that's Bon Clay. And then, yeah, they caught him red-handed. Emotional moment. Everybody's like, thank you, Bon Clay. Oh, we're gonna miss you. Oh no, he sacrificed himself for us. Oh my days. And we know in this situation, Bon Clay is cooked, bro. It's chai. Bro, Magellan almost killed Luffy. If it wasn't for plot armor, this man should have been dead. You know what I'm saying? And now you're up against Magellan, bro. There's no way you're gonna survive that. The whole scene was basically portraying Bon Clay's heroic death. But no. Nah, bro. Nah, this is One Piece, bro. This is One Piece, my guy. He did not die. You know why? You know what happened afterwards? In a cover story, if I'm not mistaken, it was a manga chapter cover. We saw Bon Clay still alive in Impel Down, but now he's the new queen of the Newcomer Kingdom in level 5.5 of Impel Down. How he got there, how he managed to escape and hide from Magellan and the prison guards, I do not know. But he's still alive, people. He's still alive and kicking. I really love him. I really love him. He's a really cool character. Fourth person is Trafalgar Law. The time he fought Doflamingo. So, you know, my whole time watching Dressrosa, I really felt like Trafalgar Law was gonna have the most insane power up, and he was just gonna destroy Doflamingo or something like that. Because Trafalgar Law, he's so cool. He's you know, when he hits the room, what you mean? Shambles, bro. He hit the shambles, you know what I'm saying? So cool. But then yeah, it didn't go that way. It was a very depressing fight, and it was mostly one-sided, to be honest. There was a scene where Law fell down to the ground, Doflamingo was chasing him, and then when he gets there, he kind of shoots Law like 5 times. Bro, there's no way you're surviving that, bro. You're dead. You're done for. You cooked, bro. You cooked. But no, Law did not die. He was saved by the Tontara tribe. I think Princess Manjari, yeah, kind of healed him with her powers. So yeah, he did not die. The next one, we got Vander Decken versus Hody Jones. So basically, Vander Decken and Hody Jones are working together on the Fishman Island arc. They're working together, and then one day, Hody Jones decides to betray Vander Decken. So he stabs him with like a trident. After that scene, Vander Decken falls into the sea, which should kill him because he has a devil fruit power. At the end of the Fishman Island arc, we see Hody Jones being tied up next to guess who? Guess who? Next to freaking Vander Decken, the same dude who fell into the sea. How is he alive? I do not know. You know, what? I don't know, maybe Oda just doesn't like killing characters. Next up, we got Zoro versus Mr. One. This happened in Alabasta Kingdom. I am sure you remember this episode, but then there was a time where Zoro actually had this cool scene where he kind of cut nothing. He was cutting the tree, and he did this, he hit the and then the tree went like, whoo, you know, it's like, damn, that's crazy. Oh, you hear like, whoo. I was like, what? Zoro is so cool, amazing. And then Mr. One decides it's a good idea to attack Zoro after this. Look, dude, you literally just saw him do some aura farming stuff right there, bro. Like, he just showed you, he's about to show you what the power of plot armor can do in a fight, and you decide, nah, you know what, let me end this. What you mean let me end this? You're not gonna end anything, bro. You about to get cooked. You know what I'm saying? Mr. One attacks Zoro, and then Zoro slices the hell out of Mr. One. And by the look of that attack, you could tell that this man is gonna be to death. There's no way he's surviving that. He's done for. He's dead. But no! Mr. One resurfaced in none other than Impel Down. Yeah, apparently he was arrested. Next, we've got Gecko Moria. Yeah, at the time when Doflamingo was sent to kill off Gecko Moria, and for some reason, he failed. Basically, one of the higher ups ordered Doflamingo to kill Gecko Moria, and Gecko Moria was weak and on his knees. He was literally on his deathbed, and all Doflamingo had to do was finish him off. He was there with the pacifistas. There was no way Gecko Moria could have escaped that, but you know what? For some reason, Gecko Moria did not die. He was later seen on a pirate island called Hachinosu, and in the cover story, it was revealed that Absalom, his crew member with the invisibility fruit, he was the one who saved Gecko Moria with his invisibility power, which still doesn't make any sense, because how did they manage to escape freaking Doflamingo and pacifistas? What? You're not the main character. You don't have plot armor, bro. That is crazy. Now, last but not least, Brownbeard in Punk Hazard survived the most diabolical death blow, and he decides to tell everybody else what Caesar Clown is actually doing and how he's actually a villain, right? But then Caesar Clown won't let this happen. He convinces the other members to shoot down Brownbeard, and you know what they do? Bro, they unload their bullets on this man, bro. I'm talking about at least 20, 30 people all lined up with guns. Those guns, you know, the one-piece guns, bro, they look like shotguns. I don't know what they are, but they look really tough, bro. Bro, he lines them up. They all shoot Brownbeard, bro. Imagine taking all of those bullets and you don't die. What do you mean? You see Brownbeard literally collapse on the floor, and we think he's dead because yeah, he just took bullets to the face and everywhere on his body, and multiple bullets from all these people. But you know what? Yeah, Brownbeard is still alive and kicking. He's a pretty dope character. I can't really be mad, to be honest. Yeah. But that's it for today's video. Thank you for tuning in. You are amazing. If you made it to this point, bro, like you deserve like some sort of One Piece cake or something, like some free cosplay equipment or something like that. You're amazing. Anyways, cool. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Comment down below what your thoughts are. Let's debate. Let's talk in the comment section like we always do. And let's reach 1,000 subscribers at the end of this year because we can.